Memphians have always been known for their grit and grind and their ability to keep pushing despite their circumstances or obstacles.
So after my divorce, things were extremely tough. I was in a situation where I needed to, get us through. Have straight A students. I want to keep them motivated with school, getting them to school on time. It's part of my responsibilities. So I came to a point where I was in an old vehicle and it just was not serving us as well as I needed to be on the go like I was. So I decided to get another car. So I went to Hope because I knew previously that credit unions had served me well. And this Hope was the only credit union that didn't have terms in terms of membership. You fill out your application and they review your financial status and they let me in. There's no hidden fees, there's no hidden anything to it. It's very simple. The money you put in is the money you put in. You have your dividends, you have your percentage rates, you have based on the type of checking and savings account that you have. It's really simple. And you can always reach someone if you have questions or if there's something happening with your account, someone's always available. So it was very easy for me to decide that that's who I wanted to bank with for a car loan.
Hope Credit Union is committed to the economic growth and financial stability of Hope members in Memphis and throughout the Deep South. Hope's sole purpose is to strengthen communities and improve lives, creating a society where everyone has an opportunity to succeed and own the American dream.
In 2008, the stock market crashed, and I just found myself like, what am I gonna do? And so for a while, it was just really, really hard. And I had a friend that lived in Memphis, and she said, you should move to Memphis. At that time, Memphis represented hope. I started working in the insurance industry. My checks and everything was being deposited in Illinois. And so I would go to Hope to be able to cash my checks. And so what happened is that they eventually said, well, why don't you just get an account with us? They made me feel like, hey, you're one of us now. You don't need to be cashing your checks, from Illinois. Put your money here at Hope. They just asked me different questions. What do you want to do? And they said, well, do you want your own home? I said, well, yes.
Since opening its first Memphis branch in 2005, Hope has grown significantly and touches the lives of tens of thousands of people living in member households every day.
I was a stay-at-home mom for a while, and in that time, I didn't do any banking. So it wasn't that I was, a bad credit, it's just that I didn't have any credit.
Families who own homes experience increased education and health outcomes, employment, and financial stability. As owners, they are also more likely to vote and invest in their communities.
They work with me in terms of different first-time home buyer money that's available. And next thing I know, I was there filling out the paperwork, and the process truly was less than a year with me going through the workshops. It's a rewarding feeling when you're able to hold up a sign that says sold, and then hold up keys and say, oh my God, this is really mine. And I walk in this door every day thanking God that I have this home. And I thank God that He has put Hope Credit Union in my path. Hope gave me the freedom of being a home buyer. Hope gave me freedom to know that when things go wrong, they're still there for me. They're just a phone call away.
At Hope, we understand that by helping small businesses survive, we ultimately help communities thrive.
Sugar's Diner, we help a lot of people in the community. By us being the only restaurant here, the only diner, we serve our senior citizens, our homeless people that are here, and we also just bring food to the community where else they couldn't get it. During the pandemic, they had the Paycheck Protection Program out, and I decided to go with Hope Credit Union. I have done business with them in the past before. Hope Credit Union was a blessing to us. It helped us through a lot of hard times, and we were still able to serve our community. It's just like Hope, a big family community.
During the pandemic, I was working as a teacher assistant. Money was tight, Bills were coming in and things were hard. So cutting grass was my part-time job, and it started to expand. And so I needed to expand my business. I had to get more equipment, stronger equipment, so I can cut the yards faster because my clientele started to increase. It was extremely hard to obtain funding. So I went to 3-4 prior banks trying to get this information. They kept giving me the runaround. When I went to Hope Credit Union, they walked me through step by step. I am a first generation business owner, and this means the world to me. It's an experience, a good experience, and it allows me to not only work for myself, but I can also contribute to my community. And I can also show my children what it is to be a business owner. So hopefully one day they might want to become business owners as well. Well, I'm forever thankful for Hope Credit Union.
When a mother needs transportation to get her kids to school, our members are owning the moment. When an entrepreneur needs additional funding to expand a business, our members are owning the moment. When COVID threatened to close the doors on one of a community's main restaurants, our members are owning the moment. When a renter decides after 30 years it's time to own a home, our members are owning the moment. At Hope Credit Union, we are committed to bridging the racial wealth gap and empowering our members to own their own destinies. By owning the moment, Hope creates a brighter future for communities across the Deep South, one that promotes dignity and opportunity for all.